Hit it!
It's it.
The mist swirls through Saltmarsh. A quiet evening, surrounded by a damp fog that flows through the alleyways and the streets like a disease. It lingers in the corners, hidden in shadows, and it clings to the walls and the floor like a moss. Dew forming over everything.
Sorry about that.
How dare you interrupt my monologue? I will destroy you with all the force of Frank Miller's racism.
Wait, what?
I'm sure you will.
Welcome to Prison Blade Gaming, Ghosts of Saltmarsh. My name is Hawk Johansson, aka Snake Twink, and in this episode, we are going to be doing some more investigations. Welcome everyone. Last time on Ghosts of Saltmarsh, the party did a ton of investigations into Charlotte's mysterious past, learning that she was part of a family that had immigrated there from somewhere else about 80 years ago? Was it 50 or 80? Someone help me!
I think it was 50.
Don't know who we're talking about, and I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching Mandalorian, and my wife did not tell me when it hit 7, and so I'm so sorry.
How dare you choose Star Wars over us?
I'm sorry, sweetie.
Oh, it's okay. I forgive you, boo.
Oh.
All right. So, an amount of years that I can't remember previously, Charlotte came into town with her family, only for something to happen and cause her to lose all those years of memories. 80. Thank you, Sarah, in the chat. You're amazing. 80 years ago, she came into town, but lost all of her memories, only to reawaken very recently. And with the help of Jace Beleren, they managed to uncover her mind, unravel some of the secrets, and learn that a very powerful entity named Baba Yaga put a curse on her. Because Baba Yaga wants something in Saltmarsh. And now, at the urging of Jace, who smells a mystery and cannot help but investigate, the party is going to start asking some questions. So, I would like to welcome all of the players back to Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I'd like to welcome our notification gang. You can be part of the notification gang too. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, kneel at Helica's feet, the whole deal.
Oh my god.
And yeah. So I am going to leave this episode completely up to the player's direction. I have nothing planned. I am going to be ad-libbing this entire fucking episode. Let's go, y'all. I'd fucking... Who wants to go first?
It's like it's just another week playing Saltmarsh.
The last time we were at Charlotte's house.
Yes.
So I wonder what everyone's doing right now.
Helica is sketching something.
Shinzo's drinking some more mead. Just sitting there.
How about you, Amo?
Well, me, I want to talk to the druids, first of all, to see if there is some sort of, like, I think I've heard something like ley lines or some shit like that. See if, like, there's something to do with that in the area.
All right, that would require you heading over to the keep where they're all hanging out.
Yes.
All right. So Shinzo's hanging out with Charlotte. What about Sorok? What would Sorok be doing?
Actually, difficult to say, considering that there is a number of things he can be doing. Though, I think right now, I think the main thing he's gonna probably try to do is actually work on his crew and check up on them. See if he could recruit some extra guys to it, and perhaps actually difficult to say, considering that
Ah.
there is a number of things
Whoa.
he can be doing.
Oh.
What the hell? What the hell
Dingo.
is that?
Dingo, you're echoing.
God damn it! Sorry, I forgot that fucking YouTube decides to fucking play through my mic for some goddamn reason. It is muted now. We're
God,
good.
why
I'm
is
so
there?
sorry, guys. My
That
bad.
was kind of cool.
Not weird.
I'm sorry. It's muted. We're good.
Thank
All
God.
right.
Okay,
But
so
I got the picture though. Sorok is heading over to talk to the rest of his crew.
and possibly recruit more orcs to his group.
We can do that.
I did happen to draw the map of Charlotte's house. It'd be nice
Oh.
if the viewers would like to see that too.
Oh yes, I should do that for them. Boop. Bless you. There we go. It's a map. That is a gorgeous map.
Thanks.
All right. So let's see. Sorok's talking to his crew. Charlotte and Shinzo are chilling. Amo's gonna go talk to the druids. What about Ryan? What about Ikarath?
Ikarath would be headed down to speak with the Yanti to see if they knew anything about Baba Yaga.
All right. And Miss Helica.
Like I said, Helica is just sketching under a tree outside.
Okay.
So, Shinzo, you've been, well, let's say for sorts, recently gotten the spark, have you not?
Yeah, I guess so, Granny. But I'm very curious about something. If,
Curious
you're
about
not old
what?
anymore, why do you sound old?
Oh, it's just a matter of habit. My voice can go here and there, but I
Fair
prefer
enough.
talking my usual manner.
I know all about habits, though, Granny. You've seen me charge into battle like an idiot a time or two. But it won't stop me from doing it again.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. Well, she looks out to the window of the hut, the hearth of the fireplace burning bright, the inside warm as she rises from her seat. We'll continue on drinking. But you know what? I've been having a little thought about the turn of events and where I'm going. And she looks at you, Shinzo. I'll give you this. She places a small charm in your hand, and you see many little trinkets, and they all look like the party. Something to always remind you of everyone here when you go places that we cannot reach.
He said it was a bracelet?
Yes, a small bracelet charm,
Oh.
and each charm has a link of a small, very cute and miniature version of everyone in the party.
Shinzo looks down at it and kind of thumbs through all the little figurines that represent the entire group. and you notice he smiles with this gleaming smile, just emanating his happiness. And he looks up at you. Thank you very much, Granny. I will keep it with me forever. And then he slides it onto his wrist.
You're welcome. It's good to have some people who care about their friends, and we will always be with you no matter where you go.
And I with y'all.
She leaves out in the backyard and turns, looking for who is outside or currently around.
Halika.
She approaches
Yeah,
Halika
muted,
by the
so
tree, sketching.
I noticed someone joined in. Thank you for
She
joining
doesn't say a
in.
word, but looks at what you're currently appearing to write in.
Oh, there's a plethora of. Actually, there's a whole lot of like just jumbled paper, but what she's currently sketching right now, it's two figures that look and resemble her, but there's something off about them.
Who who are you drawing? Is that you? Doesn't look like you.
Of course, it's not me. No, it's my sisters.
Sisters? You had sisters? She kind of looks at you, kind of surprised. Like, I honestly, I was not expecting you to have. Well, it's just. Sorry, pardon my rudeness, but I didn't know you had family like that.
Yes, and she turns over her little sketchy sketch to show you.
Hmm.
You'd
Oh, let
see
me
you'd
see.
see a green-headed figure and a blue one with a short bob. These are my other two sisters. They were supposed to come with me on this endeavor, but Mother didn't think it wise. Um, the green one, her name is Amara, and she talks like this. She's so boring. And then the blue one is all like, every time I think of that little one, she's if you were to meet her. So you see how I'm tall, right? The green one is actually a couple more inches taller. Yes, I'm okay with that. She's a couple more inches taller than I am. Amara takes her duties very seriously. I'm the oldest, but you couldn't tell if we were all standing beside each other. The blue one, the shortest one, is the most angriest of us three, and she doesn't like when I call her Blueberry, and she's all like, "Fuck you, sister! Fuck you, Halaka! I'm gonna rip out your ears and eat them." I'm like, "Yes, well, I'm gonna rip out your eyes and then feed them to you." But then we get into it, and then anyway, what else?
Charlotte's just sort of chuckling, looking at the sketches. I can't believe you have such. Well, just like you have such eccentric family. Reminds me of my own brother, too.
Oh yes, about that chap. Still, you not having anything or no sort of weird dreams about them since last night.
No, but coming to what I've known now, and thanks to Jace, I do remember a few things. She kind of wistfully looks back at the woods in the distance. Ren was an odd tinkerer of sorts. He had very long hair, just like me, and like Shinzo. Much more taller, but gentle, with the ability to not even harm a single fly,
The ability
even
to
though
not.
he looked like a giant. on his own.
That reminds me. Have I ever told you of the Glimmering Elves, or hell, even the Goodness gracious, I've been away from home so long that the Glimmering Elves. That story reminds me of something that Father told me about them. Actually, and she kind of like turns her page here, and she shows you what a glimmering elf looks like. And she's all like, that the way you describe your brother, it reminds me of these people. They're like wisps, like dust, but interesting. I want to see if we.
Dust in the wind,
Hmm.
dude.
Oh, have you ever heard of the dust fairies?
No. Interesting. All these races and people you have in your homeland. I
They
do
live
want to
in.
visit one day.
All available in the
You
Diamond
have to.
Desert Supplement, coming soon to Kickstarter.
Oh my lordy.
Sorry.
Oh, and she's all like, "Oh, the diamond deserts are roughly 2,800 miles wide," and she turns the book to like the final page, and it unfolds to this huge ass map. Oh yeah, go ahead. And what you notice about this map as she shows you it, it's like a huge crystal that's in the middle of it, and she's all like, when I left, I've actually, and she points to the crystal. I touched the crystal, and I had a premonition about this very moment that I'll be showing someone this map here. I don't know what it means, but honestly,
Hmm.
I think we need to get back to town. I can go all day about this, but we need to find that what was that sodding fellow name? Oh, the water dude, the pine water.
Oh,
Him.
right. But before we will go, she looks around again now wearily, if any watching eyes are around.
Real quick, I appreciate your question. I'm gonna get back to it, but I just want to ask, Shun, did you draw this map?
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck yeah, dude. That's a really cool.
yeah. The most interesting part of the desert is the blue sands of Abyss. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into it. We'll get into that later. But yeah, it's yeah, I couldn't wait. Can't wait.
Nice. All right. Please continue. Ignore God.
Well, she kind of wearily looks now. Look, Helica,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested in your talents. I didn't know you could draw. But she
Inherited from my father's 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 father, 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 father.
oh, that's very fortunate of you to have such a long lineage in your family. I myself am not so lucky. And now
What?
she sort of I've been thinking for a while now. If all of this is true, if Great Mother is of any threat to us. I'll be frank. She continues going on, but in a much more quieter tone. I don't think I will be living for much longer here. Do you understand, Helica? You, on the other hand, will inevitably become a lich.
She kind of like blinks, like just absently at that, and says, Now when you say that, it doesn't add up with what my version of your. What do you mean you won't have long for this world? Is that what you're alluding?
Well, what else?
For why?
Look, I've noticed everyone here is very concerned about what I'm going to be or where I'm going to go. But after thinking it for a while, my doom may be cut short.
Explain.
Well, if I don't want to, I really. And she kind of flushes a bit. Of course, I don't want anyone to die. So, if it so happens to be the case that Great Mother would only want my life, she doesn't care about any of you lot, then I will sacrifice my own.
Oh, that's not going to happen. I assure you, that's not going to happen. We're not going to go now whole blindly. We're going to figure this thing out, get you from this, whatever you are, the way, what is it, your Saturn in, and we'll free you, and you can live in life normally and enjoy the rest of your years. I don't care what and how.
And she sort of like points at your lips. Enough. I've had enough of arguing, especially since last time. She sighs and she pulls down the shirt of her dress and grabs something between her chest. She hands it to you, and what you can feel is still warm in your hands as she envelops it firmly. When I was younger, I had a dream of sorts. I mean, we all did. It was dead to me, but I always kept it close to heart. So I want you to keep this, so that Mother will never take it from me ever.
What's this?
You see 2 rings.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
You really went there. You drew our promise rings. Why would you do that? Elika is like kind of perplexed. What? These are betrothal rings, are they not?
Yes, when I was younger, life was simple for me. The only thing I really wanted to do was get married and have a family. But now that is all dead. So I want you to keep it. And who knows, if you're gonna be a lich, you might just use it as your phylactery or something.
Shh, don't. Why are you saying that so loud?
Oh, I've been
Please,
looking
we all know
around.
about it.
All right.
I mean, it's
If
like
you
this is like common knowledge at this point. Amo is gay for Bigglesby. Shinzo's an idiot. Helika wants to be a lich. This is common
See, Helika,
knowledge.
even the trees know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that tree's talking. I assume it's some fey bullshit doing with the hag, but it knows.
You know what? That's my official title. I am the Fey bullshit.
Charlotte, if we make it out, you and I, we must go back to the Diamond Deserts together, and I would want you to be my companion after this. Yes. I'll don't know what to say, but I'll keep these rings close to heart, and you better make it out of this. I'll be making sure you will, of course. I just need a little bit of time to process this. I'll be heading in for some more tea later on, so.
Right. But you do notice the luster of these rings uncannily, even though they seem and feel mundane, no magical imbued in it. But it feels as if the metal is from a different place altogether. It's silver, you're pretty certain of that. But it's almost as if the moon itself has reflected upon the shines of these rings.
The
You see,
glimmering silvery luster of the two rings shines brightly, as it was forged in the most holy of holy places, filled with the love of a young woman for her dearly beloved to be. And it could only have come from the most pure-hearted and holy of places. Detroit.
become human. So Helika's eyes kind of like widens as like, yeah, it does reminds her of the moon, and you see her mouth just hanging ajar as if she's seen a ghost or something. Um, before I left the before I left home, I know this might sound a bit weird, but there's a there's a moon suspended over the city where I am from, and that's kind of why I'm here,
What's up, Lynette?
because my father doesn't have enough power on his own. He needs more worshippers to keep the moon stationed in the sky. And should he not have enough power, it would crash and my home would be obliterated. Um, but the weakness that he's shown recently has me thinking otherwise. That he isn't capable of stopping or keeping the moon at bay. Um, it's just these rings here, just the light of these rings remind me of that light from the moon that lingers over our city. Uh, but I need to steal my mind. And you never heard Helika stutter like that before. And she kind of like puts her back up against a tree. You see her flip to a page, and she's like sketching something, and it looks like an Egyptian death mask, as in she's trying to get her shit together for this lich stuff. And on the top you see scribed the goddess in brass, but that's basically she just goes silent, like just feverishly sketching now.
Oh,
Gotta draw. Gotta
nice.
draw. Can't think about warlock pussy. Gotta draw. Gotta draw.
I've never seen you so embarrassed. It's quite amusing. Her face gets closer up to yours as she goes up on her toes. Hmm?
What?
No, nothing.
Should you go bother the others? I need to think about the thing that I have to do with that. Did you have something else better to do?
Her face inches closer and closer to the point that your eyelashes are literally flitting towards each other.
You're a bit too close, madam.
I was about to yell kiss, and then the chat beat me to it.
Oh, if that's what they want. The words in
Who
my
they?
head. She goes in for the kiss.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Nah, I'm taking the full damage.
That was aimed
Toddler
at, that was
good.
aimed at
Who
Bean,
who sounds so
actually.
cute? Shoe
Oh, okay.
or hawk?
Oh no! Oh no! Alright. She tries to reach your face, but her height is way too short. And she just flails over, butting to the tree. She's like, ugh! Now you're making me embarrassed. Fine, I'm going.
No, I gotta use King Crimson or one. No, I have to use Bites the Dust because actually, Helico is sitting down the whole time, so you can. It happens. I use Killer Queen.
Should I tell him that you said he's cute, Lynette?
All right.
Huh?
Okay, you got your kiss. You got black lipstick all over your lips, but that's fine. Go and wash it off as something. I don't know. Do something. I need to think about the thing that I must do.
No, I'm not taking this off at all. Honestly, I used to be a fan of lipstick. She just walks off casually. Ta-ta!
You just hear a sigh of relief, like from Helica. She just like kind of slumps over, but still sketching, like half dead sketching.
I've literally fought an army of Sahuagin and stood against horrible slime monsters.
Hey,
But a
Shun.
20-something-year-old woman? Fucking terrifying!
And this is the waifu collector that is freaking out over 20.
Helica never had to deal with real.
By the way, Shun, my chat is saying that you sounded very cute when you were stuttering and freaking out about the rings.
Oh god, guys are gonna make me go red.
You're not
Good.
already red?
Good.
It's the reddest she's ever been.
Like, I'm getting red way over here, and I'm not even involved in any of this.
Oh my gosh. This
Amo.
How
Amo,
embarrassing.
Bigglesby turns to you and gives you bedroom eyes. There you go. Now you're involved in this.
Oh no!
Your bed's over there, buddy. Go lay down.
So, is everyone back, or is Amo still around here?
For narrative
No,
purposes,
everyone else is still out doing their errands, which we need to do now.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Excuse me for just a second.
Yep. Oh dear God.
Oh, that was so sexy.
Jeez.
Excuse me.
That was so manly.
Yes, it won't show up on stream because I didn't want to break anyone's eardrums, but yes.
Okay.
Oh, but you wanted to break our eardrums. I see what it is.
I can't mute OBS and Discord at the same time, and I have a very limited amount of time before that happens. All right. Meanwhile, back in town, I've completely forgotten what everyone else was doing. So I know y'all are up here doing your thing. Bigglesby's hanging out there because reasons. Amo is heading off
What's up,
towards
G-Lo?
Amo is heading off towards the keep to do a thing. Ikarath is underground talking to the cult, and Sorok is at the docks talking to a crew and trying to recruit more crew.
Yep.
I don't remember what anyone was doing. Immediately tells everyone what they were doing.
Look, I have a very strange memory.
Hey, don't
important thing is
worry.
you
I
remember.
feel ya. I feel for you, dude.
I have what I like to call
Shady.
slow access memory. I forget everything and then immediately remember it when I remember I'm supposed to be remembering. All right. Okay, so let's do this. Amo, as you arrive at the keep later that evening,
Let's focus on Amo.
you find your hive-sworn druids
Really gonna happen.
helping to grow a few trees in the massive valley moat around the keep. You see a lot of dwarves working on restoring the castle itself, getting it built back up to its full original grandeur. So much as it was. Now, what was it you were going to ask them? As in, please ask in
Double
character.
check. Yep, we're good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to carry a scene by myself. Give me a second.
Let's
Plus, I
get
gotta
y'all
follow up that shit.
involved.
Shun, Bean, quit overshadowing the rest of the cast.
What happened?
No,
Where?
keep doing it. No, it's like I feel like I'm the guy who had to give a speech after MLJ. It's like, how do you follow that up?
Mm.
Okay. God damn it. Oh, okay. So there's some over there growing trees.
Yes, they're growing trees.
I assume I know who the leader of them is, right? I mean,
Yeah, sure. Just come up with a name.
oh yeah, of course. It's Bob Thornton.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah, Bob Thornton, the elvish druid. You didn't know him? I just call him Billy.
Fuck?
So in other words, you call him Billy Bob Thornton?
No, I call him Billy. You call him Bob. Most people call him Thornton, like Thorn Tin.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
know, like
said. Billy
thorn
Bob Thornton.
on a rose
Yeah.
in the metal tin.
Go on.
Wow.
Oh, god damn it.
Bob Thornton turns to you as you approach. Oh, howdy there, Mr. Amo. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing just fine, just fine. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm doing terrible. I mean, day's nice and all, but things are changing.
You're not
Apparently
kidding.
so.
Yeah. So, what exactly do you know about this land around here?
It's a marsh and it's pretty salty.
You know, I don't know what I expected. Do you mind if we go over in Bicklesby's den over there a little bit and have a bit more of a private
Wow.
conversation?
He shrugs and follows you over there.
Okay. So, Bicklesby's, I don't know how to describe this. It's a den. It's like a bunch of trees and stuff were grown like as a hollow, with like enough room for Bigglesby, with all the branches interwoven to make a relatively rainproof roof, but still let it in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly comfy considering what it is. Though it does smell like bee.
You said it like it's a bad thing.
I mean, that is,
Have you
is
ever
me
smelled
in
a
a
bee?
nutshell.
Well, to be fair, no.
Okay.
I really didn't hear what was going on, though.
So there's quite a few people that seem interested in this land, Mr. Thornton. And I'm wondering if there's something about it that's not so obvious to the untrained eye. I mean, yeah, we got the people who want to live here, right? Well, we also got those YT folk, the snake folk. Why'd they end up here? Seems strange, but they like going where they want to be. Yes, I know they're actually on T, but my character would call them the YT.
I feel like I can make a joke out of that, but I don't know what yet. So please continue.
Well, your joke is not applicable, so it'll be a YTNA.
I was gonna say YT, the best tea around.
Okay, so we have those folks clearly interested in here in this area for some reason. Then we also have those Sahagins. Well, they want just commerce and stuff. They didn't need to have nearly so many. So there's clearly something else. But there's also two other things which I'm not sure you're quite as aware of. One would be that there's a certain evil entity that's taken roots up in the forest. God or rot or some shit.
His brow furrows. Zgutmai?
Yeah, that's the fucker's name. Knew I'd remember it eventually.
Me and the boys will head up there and see if we can't do something about that.
Well, that'd be appreciated, but given that's not the extent of the powerful entities that seem to be interested in this area, there's also the Baba Yaga. She has a servant in the area.
Thornton thinks about it.
This can't just all be a coincidence. Like, I know you were teaching me about like the magic of the land and like flows like rivers and shit. Could it be like a lot of it is flowing here or something?
No. No, the land ain't nothing special, to be honest.
Why there's so many people here? So many things just I don't know if they're vying for control or what. But it's gotta be something.
He sighs and thinks about it a little more. You think maybe it's something in Salt Marsh itself? The ley lines are pure. There's nothing special about them.
Well,
But if we got a demon here, Baba Yaga's servant, all them Sahuagin, all I know about the sea princes too, and obviously our Fey patrons are interested as well. Are any Celestials interested in the place?
maybe. Helga said she serves some sort of god or another. That might be them too. Wait, Pine Water. There was some sort of temple or something underground here that had some sort of like horn or something he was after. That might be it. Maybe. So,
Whatever it is they're after, it's not in the land of the ley lines. Like the land itself is just, well, the land. There's nothing interesting or strange in it. I mean, granted, we can't see, like, we've only been in town for a little while, but nothing's disrupting the ley lines. There's no ley pools, nothing. Just feels like a normal city. But if you know someone in town who's got that kind of detail or information, maybe you should go ask them yourself.
that's what I was thinking. But I also just wanted to let you know about all the parties in case things start happening.
Oh.
You know who might be the cause.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, the servant Baba Yaga. She also resides in this keep. Miss. God damn it! Who the fuck?
Timing.
When real life just screws you over.
Regarding her, she resides in the keep. Will be residing in this keep. The one known as Miss Charlotte. Now she ain't a threat right now, I don't think, but the servant's a servant. And I don't know what might come of it. I'll be
He started talking about Baba Yaga, and then the Fae came down, and we're like, "Oh hell no! You ain't talking about Miss Baba."
okay, but I'm going. Hopefully, there's some
God.
help for her, but there might not be. and she might not have control of herself at all times. So just
We'll keep an eye on her.
right. Well, so how goes things here?
He gestures up at the trees. Oh, just fine.
Yeah,
Making trees.
looking real nice.
We should, with all of our powers together, we should be able to have it all done probably by next fortnight. Yeah,
Shoot, you
Fortnite
work
2
fast.
coming to Xbox Series X.
Don't speak different
this
words.
summer.
I'll have to smack a bitch.
Yes, sir.
No, I hate on anyone who actually enjoys Fortnite. It's just a meme.
All right.
Yeah. I will go. I will let them know specifically where the chapel is, and then wander off to go talk to Pinewater. Pretty sure that's his name. I won't
Yep.
call him that anyways.
All right. All right. Before we get to that, Helica, were you interested in talking to Pinewater as well?
She was, but thinking about it, I don't know if that'd be a good idea after everything she's done. Fuck it though. Yeah, she'll go and talk to Pinewater then.
I mean, what could
All
go
right.
wrong with talking to the guy who potentially owns your soul?
Yeah, I mean, you say that like selling your soul is a bad thing or something. That was a very nervous laugh, Shun. Yeah, I didn't sell my soul or anything. That would be a dumb.
let's see what Pine Sol has to say.
Soul. All right. Down at the docks, as Sorok is doing his recruiting, bringing in a bunch of orcs to help refill his ranks and fill out more crew members, a figure approaches him.
Oh?
Hi. As Sorok looks up at this guy, he finds himself looking at a figure that is remarkably similar to Shinzo. Hooded with the same dark violet hair, chiseled jawline, and piercing eyes. His entire body is shrouded in a black cloak with silver trim.
Shinzo
Hi.
lad?
I am not Shinzo.
Oh. You look like him,
So
which
I've
is
been
kind of
told.
creepy.
I'm looking for Miss Charlotte.
Might I ask why?
She has an unpaid debt that I'd like to have resolved.
Particularly with?
I'm afraid that's of a personal matter, and I'd rather not discuss it with folks who aren't already privy to the information.
Laddie, I am literally working with her.
Is this my evil twin? Dun dun dun.
And how much do you actually know about her?
Well, that she sold her soul to a rather powerful witch lady that is probably the most terrifying thing alive.
Correct. But that's not all she sold. I'm here to make
What?
sure she follows through on the rest of her deal.
What, her memories?
His eyes narrow.
What?
Do you know
was
where
the
she
last-
do you know where she is or not?
Lad, I don't know if you're gonna hurt her or not. That's the problem. If you're going to, let's say, ensure me that you're not going to hurt her or anything of
I
that
highly doubt it.
nature, then yes, I would tell you, but I need to know. I am not a disloyal pirate, after all. The honor amongst thieves and all that.
Honor among thieves.
It's not
Yes.
my evil twin. It is not.
That does sound like her, doesn't it?
No, she's... I don't know what she is, but... she's a human. That much I could say. I'm saying it in the sense of pirate honor, not her specifically.
You have my word that so long as her end of the deal is held up, no harm will come to her.
He then looks over at one of the crewmates. Can ya send a letter to Charlotte?
Oi, sir.
He then proceeds to write a letter, basically explaining this situation, and then handing it over to the crewmate to send it to Charlotte.
All right. The crewmate hands it off to one of the wolf riders, or ward riders, who immediately take off with the letter towards Charlotte's cottage.
I would recommend you stay here and wait for her. I'm pretty sure she'll be coming this way anyways.
He doesn't say anything, but instead just walks over to a booth and sits down. And here, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Yeah, he was gonna lean over to the kobold writer and just basically whisper, "This guy weird or something?"
Weird doesn't begin to cover it as you get a glimpse of what's underneath the cloak. Metal. A dark purplish metal that seems to be writhing.
That's very much not normal.
Oh yeah. Oh, wait.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm muted. They cannot see me. So check this out.
Quinn,
check this out.
you'll need to get with me at some point to actually
That's my
discuss
new one.
buying more units, if that's what you're planning on doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing as well.
Yeah, because that would be boring as fuck on stream.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to discuss that with you.
Well, more units and a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're pirates! Can't be pirates without a ship.
But yeah, that's the new one.
Yar
Shun just
fiddle
drew
dee dee.
up for me.
Being a pirate is all right. To be, I'm turning Shatner on this. Do what you want, because you're free. You are a pirate.
Jim,
Shatner.
get back to the game, Jim.
Your constant distractions are most illogical.
Spock, get into the spirit of things, please. You're pirates now. Space pirates, if you will.
Going against the Federation is most illogical. I must logic my way out of this logic. Otherwise, we will not have logic.
Ahoy! I can't think of anything else to say. All right, continuing on.
These timbers, yes.
All right, so that's Amo, Sorok, and Ikarath.
So,
As Ikarath enters the shadowy depths of the Yuan-Ti catacombs, the sandstone walls dyed red with blood and ink surround him, the dim torchlight filling the room. As he approaches, the rest of his forces all slither around curiously, watching him from the shadows. as one of the head Yuan-Ti slither out to greet him. Ah, Ikarath. What brings you down here at such an hour?
Well, I would love to say that it's because I've missed you all. That's not quite it. I need some help.
Oh?
I need to speak to our elders. Those who have been here the longest. I need some information about this land.
Ah, I see. Come, come. He leads Ikarath through a few more of the dark sandstone tunnels. The hieroglyphs and sigils along the walls telling histories that seems to go back ages. Time rewinding in the annals of the Yuan-Ti history, until eventually the two reach a small room filled with scrolls in like wine racks, and an aged old Yuan-Ti who turns slowly to look at the two with bright blue eyes. His tongue flips in and out multiple times. Is that Ikarath I smell?
Indeed, it is.
The leader bows his head and backs away, allowing the two of you some privacy.
Igarath would bow back.
And what brings you down to my domain today, Ikarath?
Well, as you may know, we have had some great success out there, taking out the forces of the Sahagin, having a little bit of fun spreading the power of the Yuan-Ti amongst those above. However, that seems to have opened much more questions about the land that we inhabit here in Saltmarsh.
He suddenly raises a finger. His tongue flips in and out, and he slithers past you to gently close the door. And then you see him pull a key out and lock it. As he does, you see magic flow along the creases of the door, the cracks of the door, and then flow along the rest of the walls as well. You recognize it as a silence spell.
Hmm.
You want to know what we are actually in town for, don't you?
That is one of my questions, correct? There are a few others as well.
Ask the others first, then, please.
Of course. There's a lot of outside forces here that are quite powerful.
Yeah.
The ones specifically that are here that I am aware of are the demon known as Zuktmoy.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Zuktmoy being here in Saltmarsh?
Zuktmoy is a cunning and clever demon. It is always looking for a long game. Some way to gain power through waiting. And what better way to gain power than to go after what is hidden within Saltmarsh and not have to lift a finger to gain it?
What do you mean not lifting a finger?
Everything dies one day, Ikrath. The city included.
That's fair. Well, I know that Zuktmoy was active here. There are ruins out there in the woods around the forest. Do we know of who are the agents of Zuktmoy still acting here?
Oh, yes. I believe you've already met him.
Igrath would sort of raise his eye a little bit.
He just nods and grins.
That wouldn't be certain Mr. Pinewater, would it?
There you are. Yes.
Well, was my suspicion. Thank you. So that explains why Pinewater is still here when the rest of that party that took out the Sea Princess is not. Am I incorrect there? Are there more still here?
There is one, yes.
And what would the name of this member be?
The Yanti just cocks his head and grins.
Wow.
How old do you think I am?
Igrath would grin back and say, well, I suppose that it is nice to meet a legend.
Legends never die.
That's the hope, at least.
This voice is murder on my vocal cords.
That's why I chose the more like high, like nasally kind of thing.
Yes, I was part of that group before the deal was made. I chose not to partake in Pinewater's bullshit. It was not to be beneficial for me.
Sounds like a wise choice.
The rest are mostly dead. Pinewater is left. I believe the orc is dead.
He is.
The dwarf is dead. The halfling dead. The elf may still be alive, but that's debatable.
Well.
But you were wise to come to me. I know precisely what we were fighting to defend.
Well, I'll come back to that in one moment.
Oh, more questions.
The other topic. Oh, of course. You know me, I've always been filled with questions. What do we know about the Baba Yaga?
She is the queen of night hags. Sort of a bitch. And most unreasonable.
You know, it sounds like everyone has had that opinion so far. Can't say I'm surprised.
I feel I know what you're about to ask next as well. And yes, there is a way for her to escape her pact.
There is.
Indeed. The only way to escape a pact with a higher power, or a lower power in this case. She must go to the highest courts of law and prove that Baba Yaga has not held up her end of the bargains.
Quick question, what was the B word you said? B-A? Blar.
What?
You said the highest court of Blar?
Law.
Oh, that's...
Law.
I like misheard it, so I was like,
Highest courts of blah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we might not have to fight necessarily.
You'll have to fight her in court. But an actual fight, you would most certainly lose. Unless you used it. Oh, this is going to get quite interesting indeed. The rest of our kind in this temple believe that we are here simply because it is a place of great human importance. But I'd like to tell you the real reason.
I would like to know,
Tell me,
and I appreciate it.
Karath, have you ever heard the word spelljammer?
Can I roll something to see if I have?
Sure, roll Arcana. You have
Nope.
not.
No, I have not.
They're hidden deep, deep under salt marsh is an alien vessel from beyond the veil of space. It is a spelljammer, a vessel that can travel between the stars into the phlogiston between planets and systems, into the void of space itself. And all it needs is a powerful mage at the helm.
And he pokes Ikarath's forehead.
That is what everyone is after. That is what everyone wants. Because access to a spelljammer like that, one that is thousands upon thousands of years old, ancient, powerful technology, that is what they all want. The Fae, the Demon Prince Gutmoy, the Sea Princes, Pine Water, all of them. They all want a spelljammer.
I see. It's starting to make all different kinds of sense then.
I'm glad I could get that off my chest. I've been carrying that secret around for 50 years.
Just a little bit of time. Well, I appreciate the knowledge, and I'm glad I can be of help to you.
Oh, of course. You could be even more helpful if you do one thing for me.
What would that be?
He slithers over and pulls out the oldest scroll in the entire rack. Gently unravels it all the way, letting the ancient parchment flop to the floor, only to reveal a smaller scroll hidden in the very center. He gently takes it out, pops off the cover, and hands it to you.
Hmm?
As you unfurl it, you find that it's a map. A very intricate, detailed map of the caverns and tunnels beneath Saltmarsh, complete with instructions on how to reach the ship. Memorize it and burn it. And when the time comes, claim it for our kind.
Wow. I appreciate your trust on this. I will do so.
I know you will. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's about time for my evening tea break.
Well, thank you for seeing me today. And of course, enjoy your tea.
Oh, I shall. Thank you.
Thank you.
He unlocks the door and allows you to leave. As you wander back through the catacombs, as you enter the main temple hall, the leader is there, speaking to some of your forces. He glances over as you approach.
Ah, did you discover anything useful?
A little bit. Should be able to help out.
Good, good. We trust your discretion with this.
Of course. And I trust yours.
He nods.
May the serpent's eyes watch over you, Ikara.
They always seem to. Same to you.
He grins and bows as you make your way back up towards the surface. And here is where we will come around to Helica and Amo meeting right in front of Pinewater's facility. His mansion. That's the word I was looking for. Writing is hard, okay?
You're doing great.
Thanks, Dad. I try. Anyway, as the two of you encounter each other right outside his manor, y'all gonna say anything to each other, or just nod in solemn solidarity, knowing that both of you are there for the same fucking
I
reason?
think we'd first be glaring daggers at each other.
Yeah, Helica looks like she's just seething still, even though she did apologize. She just has this seething look, just boiling upon every time she sees you.
Nice to see you too, Miss Helica. Here to turn in your soul.
Oh, you're funny.
I
No,
tried.
I'm actually here to see what Pinewater knows, and I'm guessing you're also here for the same reason.
True. But before that, I have a question. Maybe a series of questions. You said we were dealing with the orcs. You were talking about some religion or the other. Who exactly do you worship?
My father, the sun god, otherwise known as Sun Hot, otherwise known as the god Pharaoh, otherwise known as the god King.
Like an
And
actual god, or just one of those people who says they're a god?
from what I've seen, he has performed tons of godly things. He's raised the whole city from nothing. He's brought a whole race back from the dead. What else qualifies you for being a god?
That would work.
Is he a god, or is he a god emperor of mankind god who is godlike powers but doesn't actually want to be treated as a god?
He is a god, and saying anything else is heresy. I will report you.
Please don't. Look, I've already had my rations cut once this week. I don't need it again, please.
Hey, I will terminate this entire playgroup.
Please, Yumi. Oh, please, Yumi. You could never crumple an orc.
Anyway,
Wait,
continue.
yeah, okay, yes. No more 40k shit.
Yeah,
So is he like a celestial or something? Like,
Celestial.
what is he?
He started off mortal. He come from, well, from what I remember, I mean, his family was bloodthirsty, red-headed barbarians from some unknown land. Talked about a lot of crystal. Also, it's changing format will through his crystal, which actually powers the lands where I'm from.
Oh, sounds like an opera.
An opera? No,
Sorry,
what?
that was the finger guns at Hawk moment because that anime was called Crystal Opera. Continue. Sorry.
I'm gonna mute myself while I laugh at that.
Yeah. So basically, she's all like, yes, and he was the only one that I know to have had that power. I can't remember really much other than that he was mortal at one point. He came into godhood after completing some trials and defeating some was it a lich? Yes, a lich named Magnus, I believe. And then claimed Excalibur, which he seemed to have lost. And then I don't know. He holds himself up in his temple. Doesn't really come out these days.
What was his name again?
Soul. Well, that was
Soul. Like a person's
well,
soul?
no, as an SOL, but his actual name.
You don't have to. Like, at this point, the doors open as a servant steps out. May I help you two?
That depends.
On
Step out the way and let us in.
Yes, you should do well to move. We need to speak to the owner of this place. What is his name? Pinewater.
We'll talk to Pine.
Madam, sir, I will have you know that I am a butler of the most esteemed.
Oh.
He actually opens his eyes and like takes a good look at the two of you and decides, yeah, I don't want to sass the guy with a gigantic B-Rex next to him and the Amazonian queen.
Oh, you're a butler. Oh, okay. Well, can you please give me some water with a couple of ice cubes and an umbrella? And also, if you have any pipe weed, that'll be nice.
Yes, of course. Please come in.
She goes.
Kind of you. And I'll give him like a polite nod and everything. Like take off my hat.
Oh.
As the two of you step inside and start making your way upstairs, the butler quickly approaches with the requested glass of water with ice cubes in it and a little umbrella.
I think you actually had umbrellas. Thank you.
He kind of looks offended at that. Like, what kind of establishment do you take us for, madam?
Well, show us your boss.
As you make your way towards Pinewater's study, you enter to find him standing in front of the window, smoking a pipe and looking down at a small globe in his hand. He looks over in surprise. Well, I can honestly say I didn't expect to see this today.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to put on my makeup this morning. Apologies.
You should apologize. You look hideous without it.
Oh my god.
Now, what can I do for you two?
I'll let my friend go first.
Oh, I was going to let you talk to him. You seem to already have an established dealing relationship.
You're not going to let that go, are you?
Or your own life, for that matter.
Yes. Actually, what do you know of a Baba Yaga?
She's a total bitch and is impossible to make bargains with.
Mm. So you've dealt with her, obviously.
What part of impossible to bargain with did you not get?
Oh, I heard it all. I'm just trying to confirm before I make my other gesture. But let me switch the question.
Is it like this gesture? And I flip him off.
Oh, oh Mario. Um, right. I just want to ask, because one of our own is under contract, quote unquote, with Baba Yaga, and I know I've done my dealing with you, and I can't take back what I've done, but I just want to get some, well, a bit of guidance on where I should go next with this, because I want to free her soul, and I am drawing nothing from my mind, and trying to find out how to do this the right way without incurring her wrath, which I honestly I don't.
You're trying to free the soul of someone who sold their soul to gain power.
More or less, yes.
Well, I can make this quite simple for you. There's a very easy solution for all of this.
Okay.
But just stop. You can't.
Really.
Really.
Hmm. Well, thank you for your advice, but that will not deter me from trying at
Oh, you're
least.
welcome
Now
to
the wolf
try.
threatened death, apparently.
Now I get the feeling you're here to try and chastise me as well, Mr. Amo.
No, Mr. Pisspine. I'm also here just asking questions. For instance, why are you still here?
I beg your pardon?
In this town? You already got your shit out of it. What the fuck you staying here
I
for?
like.
You're making deals with
I
bigger cities you
I
can use.
happen to like
Like
this
not
town.
seen, they're better
It
things.
suits me.
And why is that exactly? What is it here for you that's not somewhere else?
The atmosphere, to be honest. It's nice and quiet, damp. A good place for rot and decay to settle in.
Glad my nose wasn't off on that one. But certainly there were other places better. Certainly,
Like
if
the ruins.
Morgan is keeping.
His brow furrows at that. Indeed.
Yes, we. Wait, indeed.
Indeed. In
Out
any.
of out of character, have we? This he was.
He
We dealt with the dryads because of him, right? He told us to do that, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I thought that was a bounty board that were missing lumberjacks, and we stumbled across it.
Right.
Yeah.
However, he did reveal to you that yeah, he's the one who tainted it. The fuck are you going to do about it?
Right.
Go ahead, cleanse it if we want. He doesn't care anymore. He's done his thing with it. I, in character, don't know that. I just remember that out of character. But you would remember it in character, I hope.
I do. Just trying to figure out, cause I feel like this dude is level 30 something. I don't know. My brain is trying to process this.
Oh yeah, he could easily disintegrate us.
Yeah.
He cast power word kill and then quicken cast it again, and we couldn't stop him or resist it.
Yeah. Right. Oh boy.
In the ruins that makes it oh so special.
Hmm.
There are plenty of ruins, some already with the rot and mold, but you decide to go after those ones in particular.
Those particular ruins had already been touched by powerful magic. It was quite easy for Zgutmoy's influence to work there.
Really, what sort of powerful magic?
I would have thought you'd have figured that out by now.
I'm a bit slow. How about you spell it out for me?
Think about the shape of those ruins, and then think about your friend Charlotte's house.
Hmm.
And as you think about it, you
Yeah, I'd say
realize that
match.
yeah,
Yeah, out of character, I had that, but in character, I gotta press
yep.
the issue. I see. Well, in that case, what's left in town? Old ruins touched by as you say,
That's
a
all.
bitch that you can't make deals with. An atmosphere you can find in any coastal town. There's some.
No, not any coastal town, just this one.
Oh. So what do you think makes that atmosphere? Because
He
you ain't the
gl-
only one drawn to it.
he tilts his head towards you. You really are persistent, aren't you?
What?
Alright, fine, I'll bite. The reason I'm still here is because there is an alien spacecraft hidden underneath the city itself, deep in the tunnels below everything.
Okay, wait. I got a few questions. The fuck's an alien? The fuck is space? I know what a ship is, but what the fuck's space and what the fuck's an alien?
Have you ever wondered what's past the stars?
Yes, all the time.
Space.
The stars are hung in heaven.
No, they're
Alright?
not.
That's the celestial spheres.
No, they're not. Not at all. In fact, what lies beyond the night sky is nothing but ether. Flowing torrents of ethereal vapors.
You mean like that drug?
Sure, why not? And what I'm after is a ship capable of traversing it, built by a species long since lost to time. The reason I'm still here in this town, and will forever be here in this town until it's gone, is because when it's gone, I'll be able to waltz down there and claim it for myself.
Why not just do it now? No one's stopping you.
No one in town.
Huh.
But what do you think the Fae would think about that? What do you think the Celestials watching over the town would think about me waltzing down there, a high servant of Zgutmoy, the demon prince of rot?
Hmm.
What do you think the rest of the sea princes would think about that?
Hmm. But you're so open about it. No one has thought to come and stop your for your plan.
He's been here for hundreds of years. He'll be here for hundreds of years more. He serves the god of rot. He doesn't give a fuck how long it takes.
Correct.
Unless I'm mistaken, sir.
No, you're absolutely correct. But the reason I haven't waltzed down there already, or no one else has tried it, is because if one of us tries, the others step in.
Hmm. I'm very curious. In terms of my soul, right? How am I supposed to be a lich if you have my soul?
Wait, you actually sold your fucking soul to him? I thought it was just a fucking favor. I was giving you shit. She actually sold her soul to you?
I just wish to know.
You didn't sell your soul to me, remember?
Then,
I asked for a favor.
oh,
I
oh,
wanted a favor, not your actual soul. And to be quite honest, your actual soul probably wouldn't fetch much.
I cannot argue with that. Yes, yes, a rotten black soul such as mine probably is worth pennies on down under.
Well, now I feel like a dick for laughing.
Oh, it's okay. We both hate each other.
I don't hate you that much.
However, a soul that has been a black soul with a sparkle of light in it could fetch a nice price. So here's my favor to ask of you, Miss Helica.
Okay.
I'd like you to go out on that date with Miss Charlotte and see where things go.
No, wait, now? No, I cannot do that right now. I have to go and talk to the tree
He is
lady.
suddenly in front of you, a finger closing your mouth. Remember, you owe me.
You can't do that.
I can
can't-
do this, and I just did.
I didn't have time to think.
I know, because I didn't want you to have time to think.
Question.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Am I anywhere near this?
No.
Damn it.
You would have encountered Ikarath outside after stepping out to try and figure out, hey, what's going on? And the two of you would have met up and been like, hey, buddy, how you doing? And then Ikarath would have been like, hey, I'm a snake.
No, I would have said, I am a completely normal human. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, whatever, Snake Man.
Anyway, continuing. Back to Helica panicking.
Yes.
Back to the Helica and Charlotte shipping show featuring the rest of the cast.
Oh, yo.
Listen, I think
Yeah.
you calm down. All you have to do is go on a date. That's all the favor is.
But it could be weird. It could be a.
Calm down. Do you have any more questions for this? I don't want to say fine man, but I don't exactly want to insult you too much.
Just call me an asshole and be done with it.
This cunt before we leave.
Oh,
There you go. I knew you could do it, son.
Because I'm going to Hawk. I realize I'm dumb for not doing this earlier. Can I just do a fucking insight check real quick on this guy?
Sure.
Like, would I believe anything about a spaceship?
Sure.
Like, in character, I would insight check 16.
Yeah. He's not lying to you. You can tell by his posture and the way he's like looking directly at you as he's saying all of this that like, no, he's not shitting you. Either he is telling the truth or he sincerely believes he is telling the truth.
God, he's got a tin hat. Anyway, so if you have any questions before we leave, Miss Helica.
This guy probably follows QAnon. Oh God.
Oh my God. Wait, what was the question?
Do you have any more questions?
Oh,
for
do
this
I?
douche nozzle before we leave?
Right.
No, there's much purpose
Come
in
on, be a little
around.
more creative than that.
You're not worth the effort.
See, that's genuinely hurtful. I approve.
So, any more questions you want to ask before I move you out of the scene and talk to you in character about a plan for how to deal with this?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't. How did he know? How? I'm not. Sure, yeah. Let's switch the scene. I don't want to feel my heart rapidly beating against my chest right now, and I feel a sweat coming on, and this is something I've never been faced with. I've slayed many and killed, but this is
So Helica's rambling all this as Amo and the butler gently lead her outside.
As I'm doing that, I'm going to grab like the fancy glass bottle of whiskey off his desk and just take it with me without saying anything.
oh my
I can inform you without even hiding it. Just
I expect some honey in exchange for that.
Yeah, I'll shove it up your ass later.
Don't threaten me with a good time, sir.
Don't panic. We're not at a disco or anything. Yes!
Fucking champion move there, buddy. That was amazing. I'm giving Amo inspiration for that. That was great. As the two of you are deposited outside by the butler, who promptly slams the door in your faces, you would turn around to see Ikarath passing by.
Well then, just the exact, totally normal human I was probably going to be looking for.
Nice to see you too.
As the group is greeting each other, you find Charlotte and one of Sorok's warg riders heading up the road towards you as well. Charlotte having just gotten word that there's some strange guy in the tavern wanting to see her.
Oh.
Hmm.
Miss Helica, just keep the exact request on the down low right now. I'm going to
Oh,
talk to
if I just
everybody.
treat this as a quest, I don't have to be embarrassed. I don't have to feel this way.
Look,
Huh.
exactly.
I'm assuming also that Shinzo would have tagged along.
Yeah. Look, here, I'll just cut short
Yeah,
of it
he
so we
would've.
can get along to Miss Charlotte's caller. You just have to go on the date. Didn't say it had to be just you. Didn't say you couldn't have some of your friends crash the date and ruin it. None of that was specified. All you have to do is go on the date, and your bargain's done. Now, if Igaroth and Shinzo and I happen to come through and ruin the atmosphere, well, that's not your fault.
Right.
So go on the date and enjoy yourself. We got this.
Thank you. She says as she sniffles.
Oh
See,
God!
see,
but she's
real quick.
Handkerchief. Oof.
See, real quick. Now I can just see a lovely candlelit dinner in Saltmarsh's finest dining establishment, as Helica and Charlotte sit down to enjoy their meal. The one of the waiters steps on, and now we'd like to invite you to enjoy
What's up, bitches?
our guest musical star of the evening, Shinzo. I like big butts.
Shinzo just doing the Yakuza karaoke. He just doing the Yakuza karaoke.
Guys, we'll talk out of session and like make the perfect plan for how to ruin the date.
Yes.
But now let's move on to the Charlotte scene.
Indeed.
Okay, so you were telling me that a man wanted to see me, right?
Sorok, you're there too, because reasons.
I think Storok stepped away.
God damn it. Yeah, Sorok wants to see her because there's a man who wants to see her.
Well, where was he waiting again?
At the tavern.
Charlotte immediately walks into the tavern looking for said man.
As she walks in, she immediately spots him. As the figure slowly rises, throwing off his hood, revealing short, dark violet hair that falls about halfway down his crown, with some of it spiked up. And then he brings a hand up to his cloak, which is gloved. Miss Charlotte, a pleasure to see you again.
Again? I have never seen you before.
Oh, I'm hurt. And he leans forward and glares at her. I know your memory isn't what it used to be, but have you really forgotten your dear brother?
Her eyes are like taken aback, and suddenly her voice sort of pitches. No. She slams like a face on her forehead and her palm on her forehead and just sort of. No, wait, brother.
I want to insight check that statement.
I told you it
Sure.
wasn't my evil twin.
I mean, I know it's true. But it's
You
not.
cannot.
An 8.
You can't read him at all.
You
It
don't.
actually didn't matter what you rolled. You wouldn't have been able to read him.
Okay.
Her countenance just goes back to normal after the shock in her face, her jaw dropping. Oh, lies. I would know him anywhere. I know his face. He's the only face that I can remember clearly. He doesn't look like yours.
No. My old face wasn't working for what Baba Yaga needed.
Great Mother needed.
Indeed. But that's all right. I can make it up. Do you remember the names of our parents?
No? Why would I remember? I tried so many times. If you were truly... Then
Their names are Tano and Hoang.
Tano. Huang.
I was born here. On the boat over here. I grew up in Saltmarsh learning how to tinker, how to fix machines, how to build machines. Do you remember the little music box I built for you?
Wait. You must...
Yes.
She begins to hum a tune from that music box
He
and then
begins to,
sings.
at a couple notes in, he is humming it right along with her.
By the east of family lost, they come from far, their home and toss. Will the moon goddess above take us down to Mary's cost? We had taken what we had, but don't be struck, I will be glad. And she looks at the man who is singing with her. You must. And she gives in a big, heavy weighted, just biggest, tightest hug she could ever take.
It feels like you're hugging an iron monolith.
But she, despite the cold iron feel of his body, she still warms up and holds even tighter. Let's go. You're alive. You're alive. She didn't kill you. She didn't kill you.
No. She did. And he pulls aside the cloak to reveal a black metal skeleton instead of a body, made out of some kind of dark metal. complete with whirring gears hidden deep within, made of the same black steel. She killed me quite adequately. But it didn't take.
She reaches up to touch metal and then quietly returns back in her normal stance. But you're still here, your soul. She didn't take. Then where's his mother and father?
No.
Daddy?
Mother and father have been dead for some time.
They're gone.
They've been gone for 40 years now? No, 50. They passed away during the war with the Sea Princes.
Then she kind of flops to the ground, kneeling, her eyes filled up with tears. No, but you're still alive, so that, I mean, Ren, you're still Ren, right?
I am still Ren.
Well, it would make sense. A genius like you would find your way out of anything. But look at you. And she sort of wide spans her arms. What are you doing here, though?
For a moment, he looks crestfallen. I'm doing my job.
Job? Why didn't you come to see me earlier? I mean...
Because I have been doing my job. It doesn't give a lot of free time.
Well, that makes sense. Did Great Mother do this as well?
No.
So, what is your job?
He takes a deep breath. Charlotte of the Prime Material Plane, you are hereby charged with an attempt to break your pact. I, as an agent of Mechanus, have been sent to bring you in for trial.
Hey, Hawk, can I roll knowledge or something on that statement?
Yes, you may.
Cool. What exactly do you want me to roll?
You're going to be rolling Arcana.
Oh, yay. I'm always good. Oh, actually.
That is still not high enough for this. That is still not high enough for this.
Oh yeah, let me try.
Oh yeah, someone who actually knows about Arcana and shit.
Ikarath. Yeah, Ikarath, you know exactly what he is. And Ikarath at this point would be shitting his pants. You are looking at a Kolyarut, an inevitable. This is a god tier construct that could easily level the entire city. None of you stand a chance against him.
Hey,
Excuse me, what?
Hey, Ikarath, you should probably share that info with the two of your teammates who are
Yeah, Ikarath would just kind of look at them and put his hands up, like being like, let's maybe not. You maybe don't want to do that.
You sure?
No one touches a finger on brother, even if he kills
Lassie,
me.
he's threatening your life. I'm not exactly a honorable, not exactly the most honorable pirate man, but well, he's threatening your damn life.
Bullshit on him even being her brother. Look at the facts. We already met a mage, what, yesterday? Who could change minds and shit?
I know it's
Maybe the
him.
memories were taken and put in this random thing.
Shut up now!
Ouch.
I know it's him. She like pulls out the vestiges of a small cog from her basket. This is all that's left of that music box. But it wouldn't be anyone else that would know. Only us. It was a secret, even from our parents. But poor.
Charlotte, this is a false hope. They could have just taken his mind and put it in this thing, taken the memories they needed. Just like how that Jace fellow awoke in your memories.
Had I not stepped in, had I not been made aware of this case and stepped in, we would not be having this conversation. Another Collier route would have stepped in, taken her, and been done with it.
I look at Ikaros for because he seems to know what the fuck's happening.
Ikarath would know that, yeah, he's telling the truth. Generally, inevitables are absolutely not willing to parlay. They get in, get shit done, and leave.
This is unfortunately not something we want to mess with right now, folks. We need to figure out a plan.
Charlotte kind of takes her back, puts her hands on her hips, and you know what? You really haven't changed, have you? Emotionless. But deep down you do care. But on the outside, people don't understand. She kind of nuzzles his head like...
He smiles. And you can see in his eyes a deep sadness. I really have missed you, sister.
Too. But
If
it's so strange. Go on.
If the rest of you would like to come and act as legal counsel and character testimony for the courts, you are more than welcome to join us. Your orc friend here, Charlotte, has proven that he is quite honorable, and I would trust his word in court.
Charlotte looks to Sark now and sort of nods.
Hey, if it means protecting your ass, well, of course I'm gonna help. I mean, you helped me back when I first lost my dad in my first ship. And, well, when most of my crew was nearly annihilated.
Indeed.
I don't think I should come. Based on how powerful the feeling I get about how powerful this guy is, they'd pull out all my actual feelings for you in the courts, and I doubt those would be flattering.
Ren sighs and hangs his head. Now I have to bring you in.
Damn it.
I actually have a point. I actually have a thing to say about what you just said there, lad. You may be the representation of what is viewed as negative about her, but in that negative light, you could also insinuate the more positives.
You're giving me a lot more credit than you should there, but...
I'm saying that the positives are more obvious than the negatives.
Meanwhile, the innkeeper is just kind of like standing. The barkeeper is kind of standing there, still polishing the same glass that he's been polishing for like 20 minutes. Like, what the fuck is all this shit?
Barkeep.
You know, Amo, as much as I understand your hesitation, I think Sorok does have a point. We might be able to work certain points in the case by using what you just said.
I will do my best to help, but as Mr. What the hell do
Ren.
we call you?
Ren.
Ren here has just said, I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. And
He's right, he doesn't. Considering he knows her, the courts may decide to call upon him as a character witness.
I mean,
if I
sorry.
can if I go to Mechanics, can I adopt one of those little babies with the eyes and the mouth and the wings?
What? A Modron?
Yes.
Probably not.
Ah,
wait,
It
was
was
that
worth a
in
shot.
character or out of character?
that was in
character.
character.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
You
in
apparently know
character.
about the planes. Okay.
Only from the libraries at my in the royal palace.
Oh yes, the
Oh,
library.
brother, couldn't you maybe? She gives him puppy eyes. Those Motron things, they sound interesting.
I will see if I can find a squadron of them willing to speak with you. At least so you can see them up close.
So, is it okay? Alika, I'm sure brother will be reliable enough to find you some, right?
An army of Moltrons. That would be interesting. I like the way they talk. Beep boop, weird, all that type stuff.
Beep boop. What the fuck? Is he also talking?
Wait, I don't.
What?
What? Beep boop. I never heard that shit in my life.
You
What the fuck goes beep
Well,
boop?
you're in for a treat.
Though I do have to say, we have one important, very, very, very important thing we have to worry about right now, is making sure that our friend, Charlotte, isn't gonna get vaporized by magic bubble bonjo bullshit.
Oh, that will be fine.
Doubtful.
So, dear brother, what's the details? Give me the outline of this claim that I'm going through.
I can give you the details and have your defenders and advocates step to your aid once we have reached Mechanus and gotten set up for your date hearing. For now, and he raises a hand and a spell circle envelops all of you. We should be going.
Wait, a hearing. There's not going to be an indictment first?
Right
The indictment has already happened.
What about the period of discovery?
Already been done.
Damn.
The investigation was ongoing while you were performing your own investigation.
Bigglesby! And Bigglesby over into the spell circle before it actually like triggers off.
Yeah,
Not going
he's
anywhere
already
without him.
found. He's already next to you.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Actually, see Bigglesby with a giant bee scarf.
Oh my
Did you make that,
yes.
Bigglesby? Oh, that's weird. Oh, she. Thank you, Miss Charlotte.
Oh, I was just bored in the hut waiting for you to do your errands. Nothing much.
And with a snap of his fingers, the party is plane shifted to Mechanus. But here is where I'd like to stop for a brief second and ask the quiet guy in the party. Would Shinzo have planeswalked before getting plane shifted?
To the location that he would be plane shifted to? Like what I know of Makaba?
Well, no, to anywhere else.
Oh. No. He would follow along.
All right. Then we will end this here for the evening. And next time on Ghosts of Saltmarsh, it is Yeah, I hope y'all spend the entire week playing Phoenix Wright because it's going to be nothing but Phoenix Wright references.
Oh,
He's
lovely.
speaking Bean's language.
That's alright. Played all the games. Played the latest ones.
I haven't played that in
It'll
so long.
coming out.
Okay, I'll make sure my wife watches.
Uh,
Fucking loves that game. Those games.
all right, good game, everyone. Good game indeed.
Good game.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
Wonderful audience, and I honestly, Sundays are like the highlight of my week.
The same here. Sunday's all like my favorite day of the week.
All right.
Mm.
So, let's see. This has been a Prism Blade Gaming production. Thank you all for watching Ghost of Saltmarsh. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, go beat boop for Helica, and tell your friends. Like, seriously, it's the best thing you can do to help our channel out is just spread the word, tell your friends what we do here, and yeah.
We need more people watching.
Art credits. Artwork belongs to Wizards of the Coast, of course, who did the map. Paizo, who did the Icareth's thing. Quinn, who did the artwork for Sorok?
Give me a second. I actually have a link for that now.
Hey, posted in the chat, my man. And special thanks to to Laser Lewis for doing the artwork for the B-Rex, which is from Lasers and Liches. Y'all should go check that out. Shun and Bean do their own artwork, which is just some of the most fantastic shit. You can follow them on Twitter at Shunbun and at Magic Bean, 2 Ks and 2 Ns. You can follow me on Twitter at Hawk Johansson to keep up to date with all of my projects and get news and shit about other projects that Prism Blade is doing. And D&D and all that shit belongs to Wizards. And I think that's it. Oh, and special thanks to our first $5 patron, Sarah Boozer. And thank all of you for watching. And we hope to see you again here Thursday for Tyranny of Dragons. Which, while it isn't nearly as zany and crazy as this game, is still a lot of fun to play. And we will see y'all next week as well. Thank you all again for watching, and so we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
See ya.
Bye.
And
Have a nice
everybody,
time.
everybody watching on my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also look in the description. Follow that link to Prism Blade Gaming's channel as well and like and subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful
do
day.
it or I'll destroy you.
He will. Be good if not be good at.